Well, welcome everyone. We're so excited to see you all here or have you all with us. And I'm Lisa Baue. If I haven't had a chance to meet you yet, I'm the founder and board chair of Funeral Women Lead. And we are just thrilled that we have such a great turnout. We had like 85 people registered. I'm not sure everybody could join us today because we're all busy people. Funerals happen and gravesides and all kinds of things get scheduled on us. But those of us that are here, we're excited to have you. You know what? Whether you're joining us from your office or your home or somewhere in between, we want you to know how much we appreciate you. We do ask that you stay on mute if you could for a while, and we're going to be monitoring the chat. So if you have anything you'd like to share, applause you want to give, a great idea that just pops into your head while you're watching our presentation, feel free to go ahead and do that because we're looking for new ideas on how we can make Funeral Women Lead better. And if possible, could you turn on your video so we could see your smiling face? We know most of you probably, if you're working from home, have your shorts on and your flip-flops. I could probably show you mine, but that would be ugly. So we'll just keep going from there. But you look great on the top of you, so come see us and say hi. And when we first launched our organization, we actually were thinking through a lot of new ideas. And those new ideas happened here in Scottsdale, Arizona, where I'm here with my husband wintering a little bit. And it was with an incredible company called Root and River. I know Emily Sikorsy, you are around here someplace. I saw you come in, and they had me thinking through what I wanted to do and where I wanted to be and how I wanted to take my little coaching platform on a larger level. And thus, Funeral Women Lead was born. We officially launched publicly in March of 2025. And the goal was to have a simple and meaningful place where women in the funeral and death care profession could connect, support one another, grow themselves professionally, find mentors and leaders to follow in areas of wellness and leadership development. Our purpose was also to create an ongoing organization for women to learn to expand their influence in this profession and unleash their greatness in their careers as well as their personal life. Now, the past year, we've watched that vision begin to take place because we launched on March 21st in 2025. Wow, it's been a year, has it? It seems like it's been maybe a month or two. It's all gone by so fast. We reached out to the profession. We started collaborating, and we found so much support out there. We heard from all of you, most of you on this call, about the great need to have women supported more in this profession. You gave us some great hugs. You stopped by our booths, and it was incredible the reception we received. Today is about celebrating our community and what we've already accomplished in one short year and where we're headed in the future. I would be remiss if I didn't thank a lot of our supporters who really got behind us in this last summer and fall. These are all of our partners. They're listed in various ways. They had various contributions. They stepped up when we asked for help, and they were there for us. From our founding partners to our support partners, along with all of you that are our charter supporters who believed in us so early and helped us get our mission out there and bring also our Wellness Summit last November into reality from the very beginning. Now, our summit this last November was in Scottsdale, and we're going to announce soon where the next one is. But it wouldn't have been possible without all of your support. And we want to thank you. Big heart emojis to all the supporters up here. You really helped us turn an idea into something that became a reality and lasting. We are truly grateful. And thank you as well to National Guardian Life, NGL. It is the first and only women's leadership academy that exists in our profession, and it wouldn't be possible without NGL support. Without your help, we wouldn't be here. So it's now thriving with a full class of amazing women who will graduate this coming fall. We also want to take a special shout out and thank you, and he's not going to like this, but I'm going to do it anyway, to a special good friend, John Schmitz. John, you've been an advisor, an all around good guy, of course. You're a CPA and a funeral profession consultant, and you've been supported for me personally. You've helped support my clients in the past, and you really kept us out of a lot of trouble as we dotted the I's and crossed the T's and got this foundation fully registered with the state, with the federal, with every place we needed to be. You're amazing, and we just want to say thank you. You were also our founding treasurer, and we could not have gotten started without you. So I came up with this crazy concept. I went to John and I said, "What do you think about this?" And he goes, "Lisa, you can do this, and I will help you." And has helped start a number of non-for-profits. So we're very, very grateful, John. Thank you again for everything you've done for us. Before we move further into our sharing time, I want you to know we have a few giveaways coming up for this celebration. So please try to stay on as long as you can. And if you can see this in your screen, if you can see me, we have some Yetis to give away. We're going to give away two of our very precious and very special and really work well, even here in Arizona in 104 degrees today. My ice stays cold in it. So I hope you get to win one of these. So pay attention to some of the things we're going to share. And we have a $100 gift certificate to our Summits Spa. And wait till you see this spa. It is amazing for our summit this next fall. Now I have another piece of really exciting news. So this last year, we went in search of additional leadership. One of the good signs of a great leader is you have to recognize where you shine and where your gifts are and where you don't. And one of the things that people know a lot about me is that I'm a visionary. I'm a person that comes up with great ideas, but it's executing them and getting them to the market that has its challenges sometimes. And I went in search of someone that I thought would bring us operational soundness and just get us organized, basically, because we were really kind of going out there to all the conventions, but we weren't where we wanted to be. So here is a beautiful woman. Her name is Patty Newswanger. If you haven't had a chance to meet her, she and I have been friends for a long, long time, from selected independent funeral homes to the National Funeral Directors Association. She's done amazing things in our profession, and she has a big background as well. Most of you may not know this, in non-for-profit work. So as Funeral Women Lead continues to grow, it needs strong leadership, and it's essential to help us get to the next phase of our work. So I'm very pleased to announce that Patty has a new title. She has been promoted and is now our official executive director for the Funeral Women Lead Foundation. Yay, yay, Patty. She's been instrumental in getting us organized these last 8 months since she has been with us, from building early momentum to supporting our programs and initiatives that are already making an impact throughout the country. Her belief, her leadership, her dedication to our mission has been invaluable. Those of you that know her may know that she's not just highly organized, she's probably extremely organized, and she has brought us so many gifts, and we are grateful. Congratulations, Patty. Now, I want to also recognize some very special women. These are individuals who, sometime in fall of 25, I went to and I said, actually, it was fall of 1920. It was fall of 24. And I went to them and I said, "Hey, I'm thinking about this idea of starting a foundation for women that helps support them with continuous education, mentorship, communities, programs, and a leadership academy. What do you think about that?" And so my first meeting was with Melissa Posey Luce. And Melissa and I sat at this little table at a Cremation Association of North America conference. And we actually got our picture taken, the three of us and Elisa Carr, at that same table this last year when we were there for NFDA. So it was kind of our legacy table. And this is where the idea of Funeral Women Lead came from in the very beginning. So we powwowed for a while. And I called Elisa and asked her if she would come join us. And she didn't say no. In fact, she was excited to say yes, because as you know, she has her own business, and her mother was the previous owner and founder. And she took over when her mom was getting older, and she's doing a fabulous job. So here is our board. Elisa Carr, who's the funeral director, owner, and CEO of Kelco Supply Company. Wave. And Melissa Posey-Luce, who is also a wonderful funeral director and Senior Vice President of Communications for Security National Funeral Homes and Cemeteries. And then Brenda Soot, who is a retired CFO from my former firm Bowie's and also worked in finance for Park Lawn. She's unfortunately in Chile at a wedding, so she couldn't be with us today, but she says hey to everybody, and she's been amazing in helping us with all things financial. So please join me again in thanking them, our founding board. We are a small but mighty group, but we've done amazing things in the last year and a half, and I'm very, very proud to be serving with these incredible women. We will be expanding our board and committees soon. You'll hear more about that later. And now let me tell you a little bit about what we did this fall. So we got together with some women leaders from around the country that we asked. Not all of them could make it to join us, but the day before our wellness summit, we spent some time on strategic planning to set up a plan for the next 3 years for Funeral Women Lead. And we just wanted to shout them out and say thank you so much to these incredible women that represent so many different firms, funeral homes, cemeteries, and organizations. Their wisdom, their willingness to serve, and all their new ideas they brought to us, and the guidance they gave us is giving us sustainability for the future. I also want to shout out one more time to Emily Sikorsy with Root and River, who led our strategic planning time, and her organization of that whole day was invaluable. We'll be talking a little bit more about the plan and things that are coming out of the plan soon, but know that there was absolutely no way we could pull this off without this incredible group of women. And thank you, ladies, again. And they all got hats too. So, hey, what a great benefit that is too. We're excited for what's coming in the future. Well, let's talk about what we've accomplished in addition to our strategic planning this year and where we're headed in the future. Patty, I'm going to turn the mic over to you and your team.
Thank you, Lisa, and to everyone for joining us today for this very special occasion. Before I continue with that, I would like to take a moment to introduce this dynamic team of leaders that we have here at Funeral Women Lead. Many of you may already know two of our team members if you attended our 2025 Wellness Summit or our Women's Leadership Academy. First of all, Taylor Krabs, she's our Senior Manager of Content and Communication. She leads our storytelling, communications, podcast planning, and helps ensure our message and mission reach the women in our profession. She's going to be sharing some impact reports a little bit later in our presentation. Next, we've got Leslie Kowalczyk. She's our Manager of Education and Community Engagement. She works closely with our members and participants and plays a key role in supporting our educational programs and community initiatives. She also works closely with Kristen Ernst in launching our inaugural Women's Leadership Academy. And I'm very pleased to share that Erin Wilson has recently joined the Funeral Women Lead team as our Senior Director of Education and Program Strategy. Erin has been helping us expand and evolve our leadership and educational programming as we continue to grow. She too will be sharing some updates a little bit later. And then we have Kristen Ernst with us. She's been instrumental in leading and shaping our first Women's Leadership Academy cohort, and you'll hear a few updates from her a little later as well. So please join me in thanking the wonderful team for the passion and dedication they bring to advancing women in the funeral profession. So we are tremendously proud of what we've accomplished in just 1 year as a staff, a board, partners, and the support of all of you here on this call and people who've participated in all the different things that we've had to offer in this time. As we reflect on the first year, I want to take a moment to highlight a few of the key milestones that really defined the launch of Funeral Women Lead. As Lisa mentioned, we launched publicly in 2025, and we did so with our website. And that was the launch wasn't just about creating a platform. It was really about creating visibility, access, and a sense of belonging for women who are looking to grow themselves as leaders and desiring support from one another. So shortly after that, we brought that vision to life in person with our first Wellness Summit, held in beautiful Scottsdale Resort and Spa last November. For those of you on this call who were there, you can probably have some wonderful memories of that event. We had 65 amazing women show up, many of you who are here today. And the event was really a defining moment for our organization. It was where we officially launched our first class of the Women's Leadership Academy, again, the only academy that exists in our profession just for women. The group of women and their employers step forward to invest in their leadership development, their growth as individuals, and their future as women leaders. Our Wellness Summit also brought together incredible speakers. I see Kate Collins, who is one of our speakers, is on this call as well, together for an amazing experience while we were at the summit. So it's not just another women's event. It's really the beginning of a long-standing community that we're continuing to build in a very real and powerful way. And what we're most excited is that the momentum doesn't stop there. The energies continue to grow since then, and it's what carried us through for our first year. So I'm going to let Kristen Ernst talk a little bit about our Leadership Academy. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Kristen.
Thank you so much, Patty. One of the most exciting milestones this year has been the launch of the Women's Leadership Academy. It's a key initiative designed to support women in funeral service and death care as they grow into stronger, more confident leaders. The Academy was intentionally designed to focus on something we know is critical in this profession, the ability to lead thyself well in order to lead others effectively. At the core of the experience are several components that work together to create meaningful growth. Participants engage in one-on-one coaching, which provides personalized support, accountability, and the space to work through real challenges that they're facing in their roles. They also come together in these connect and share sessions where they can learn from one another, exchange perspectives, and build relationships with other women who truly understand the unique demands of the profession. And throughout the program, participants move through focus on key leadership topics designed to both teach and reinforce the skills needed to develop the internal leadership required to navigate complex environments. Because in a profession like ours, where the work is emotional, fast-paced, and often unpredictable, self-leadership isn't optional, it's essential. What's been especially meaningful for me is to see how quickly this first class has engaged with the program and with each other. There's a real sense of commitment, not only to personal growth, but to supporting one another all along the way. And now I'm going to turn it over to Taylor to share some highlights about communications and outreach.
Thank you, Kristen. It's so great to see so many of you here today. Even through a screen, this feels like such a powerful moment for our community. Over the past year, one of the most special things for me has been watching Funeral Women Lead grow and knowing that so many of you have helped shape what it is becoming. Many of you are here from the very beginning as charter supporters. You believed in the vision and helped create the momentum that allowed us to take those first steps forward. Because of you, we did not just launch. We started building something real together. Today, we are seeing that growth in meaningful ways. Our social platforms continue to grow as more women find their way into this community. We are seeing that growth through our podcast listeners, approaching 900 downloads so far. We now also have more than 3,700 charter supporters and almost 6,000 newsletter subscribers. But what matters most is what those numbers represent. Women looking for connection, leadership, and a sense of belonging in this profession. And what feels especially exciting is realizing that this is still just the beginning. This community is growing because of you, and we are really so grateful for that. And with that, I'd love to pass it over to Patty to share some exciting milestones from this past year and give us a look at what's next.
Thanks, Taylor. Such great information. I'd like to share just a few other great things that have happened this year. As Lisa mentioned earlier, we executed our first strategic planning session during our time in Scottsdale. And we gathered an amazing team of powerhouse women whose names were on the list that Lisa shared earlier. And we created our 3-year roadmap for the future. So I'm going to give you a snapshot of just a couple things that kind of bubble to the top and which will be the roadmap for our next 3 years of development for Funeral Women Lead. A new membership model. So our plan is to provide exclusive benefits for Funeral Women Lead members, and we hope to launch that this year. Expanding our board and committees. We know the value of volunteer expertise, and we've heard from many of you that are actually interested in supporting our mission in leadership through volunteer roles. So we will be tapping into that expertise. The growth of the Women's Leadership Academy. Erin will speak a little bit about what that vision is going to be for the expansion of the leadership program. a founding of women's communities. So we'll be looking to provide opportunities for robust year-round virtual connections. And then future webinars and enhanced educational offerings. Obviously, education is key to our mission of helping elevate women, and Erin has already started mapping out some of what this programming will look like. And then we also are looking to expand our relationship with our partners. We've had amazing support from our current partners and know there are more who want to invest in our profession. So that's just a quick snapshot of our strategic roadmap, and we're excited to see where this journey takes us. I feel like I'm bragging because, boy, there's a lot of good stuff, that we've accomplished. So I'm going to share a couple more key accomplishments. As you all know, we are better working together. And in 2025, we had tremendous support from our partners. Lisa shared the slide to all the contributing partners that have provided money to support our mission. We were able to secure more than $100,000 in support in a very short time, which allowed us to deliver our summit and keep registration fees reasonably priced for participants. And finally, we are so thrilled to have achieved the 501c3 status. Normally, this takes like 4 to 6 months, that's what they told us, to receive after a submission has been submitted. We got ours in 4 weeks. So either the IRS has nothing else better to do, or we just provided a very stellar application. I'm going to assume it was the latter. So we're just thrilled about that. So what's the big deal with a 501c3 status? Well, it's more than a tax designation. It really allows us the opportunity to do more, including giving grants and scholarships, as well as raising additional funds to support our mission. This leverages our ability to seek funds from organizations that desire to support women's leadership and also individual donors that will help support our programs and scholarships. Of course, we'll continue to partner within the profession. Supporting a nonprofit organization provides tax benefits, all of which helps our fundraising efforts. So that's a whole lot of information. But before we move back into a few detailed updates, I think it's time for a giveaway. Hope you've been listening to Taylor's presentation because Taylor has got something to tell us. Taylor, what are you giving away?
All right, everyone, it's time to make things a little more fun. One lucky winner is going to receive a very cool, highly coveted Funeral Women Lead Yeti tumbler. Here's how this works. When you know the answer, type the letter of your choice in the chat as fast as you can. The first correct response wins. If you are a winner, I will send you a direct message in the chat so we can get your tumbler on its way. Is everybody's chat fingers ready? Are we feeling lucky? Okay, here we go. Here's your trivia question. How many downloads has the For Women in a Funeral podcast had since it launched? A, less than 100, B, 100 to 700, C, 800 to 1,000, or D, 100,000. Oh, oh gosh, that was so fast. I think we already got the answer. I have to, oh gosh, you guys are going so quickly. Let's see. Oh no, it's going too fast. Okay, I think Dana, I think
Dana,
you are the winner.
Dana Nolf.
Dana, you can unmute yourself and say hi.
Hello.
Thanks,
Congratulations.
Dana.
Yay.
Very
All right,
exciting. Thank you.
congratulations. Woohoo. All right, I will send you a direct message here in just a moment.
Look
Congratulations.
for the
Yay.
answer.
She's a good listener.
I
All
want to I
right.
want to do a special shout out, Taylor, real quick. I know Ellen McBrayer is listening in. She is the fourth woman on our For Women in a Funeral podcast. She's at a one of her sports events for one of her children. But a big shout out to Ellen because she's been an amazing partner with Elisa Carr and Melissa Posey-Luce and I. And we just had Christine Pepper on to celebrate her 40th anniversary with that FTA. So thank you, Christine, for being on with us. And we just had a lot of fun. I know Kate Collins, you were there on one of our podcasts. We have a blast on our podcast, ladies, and we would ask you to share this For Women. We are the only woman-only podcast serving our profession today. And when we saw those four guys doing their thing, what is graveyard shift or something like that, we're like, wait a minute, where are the women? So we just stepped up and decided to do it. And Ellen was all over it. And of course, we all know that Ellen is going to be and headed towards becoming the first woman president of NFTA. So we're super excited about that too. And thanks for letting me get off track there for a moment. But I had to shout out to Ellen. So thank you all. And thanks for winning. Way to go.
All right, and so thank you, Lisa. And now back to our regularly scheduled program with Erin, who's going to share some exciting updates about our redesigned Women Leadership Academy.
All right, so I had to put my glasses on for this. I tried without and it just wasn't working. So for those of you that know me, you know that I am passionate about education. So as we look ahead, we're incredibly focused on continuing to build those meaningful and structured pathways that are going to support women just across every stage of their careers, right? A major part of this continued growth is going to be the Women's Leadership Academy. What was launched in 2025 is just the beginning. As this evolves, we're going to expand access to leadership resources, we're going to grow the curriculum, and we're going to continue to create an experience that not only develops leadership skills, but helps women on their path to becoming managers and owners. We're going to help women transform themselves so that they can show up, lead, and influence our profession. We're also excited. Well, I'm really excited to share that the next iteration of the Women's Leadership Academy is going to be an 18-month program. We're designing this to provide deeper development, sustained growth, and a more comprehensive leadership experience. And so keep an eye out on your email and your social media because we're going to be sharing more details on that really soon. At the same time, we're continuing to invest in the actual growth of Funeral Women Lead. This next phase is really about creating more deliberate ways to stay engaged, whether that's through content, conversation, or even our future wellness and leadership communities that are going to grow. And those are going to be more intentional spaces for connection. This is where women are going to stay engaged. They're going to be able to share their experiences, learn from one another, and build those long-term relationships with others who truly understand this work. What we're building here is really about creating a stronger, more connected profession. And finally, the last thing I want to highlight is an important initiative that is truly going to direct the shape and future of my work specifically. This is going to be the 2026 Funeral Women Lead Pulse Survey. This is our annual check-in on what it's really like to be a woman in funeral service and death care. So from burnout to advancement, scheduling, and leadership, we're asking the real questions so that we can better understand the challenges and the opportunities that women are experiencing. The results that we get from this survey are going to inform our annual State of the Women report, as well as what we do with our programming, our resources, and the different initiatives that we develop moving forward. At the end of our presentation today, we're going to have a QR code come up. I need all of you to take this survey. It's about 5 minutes. And then not only do I need you to take the survey, I need you to forward it to everyone that you know within our profession. The insight that we're going to gather from this is going to better equip us to help build these pathways for women, not just in theory, but truly in practice. I'm very excited about what's ahead, and we need your feedback to help guide the future initiatives. Okay, time for another giveaway. Taylor, are you ready? Taylor's got the chat going. Here we go. The trivia question is, what company is the founding partner for the Women's Leadership Academy? Oh,
Wow. Wow.
I saw one
Okay.
real fast, but I can't remember who it was.
We already got a winner, and it's Holly Stamus. Correct me if I'm spelling your name wrong. Holly, if you want to unmute yourself, you can say hi.
Hi. Yeah.
You're the winner. Yay.
Yes. All right. Cool. Thank you.
Great job. So the
Awesome.
founding partner is NGL. We're very grateful to them and look forward to a continued relationship with them. All right, Patty, we are headed back to you for a super exciting announcement.
Thank you, Erin. This is my favorite part of the presentation is I am excited to reveal the location of our 2026 event. Last year, we encouraged participants to complete a survey to get some feedback on where they would like to go in 2026. And the survey said they wanted a beach location. So we are delivering. We will be heading to the beautiful, drumroll please, Wild Dunes Resort, located in the Isle of Palms, just outside the historic city of Charleston, South Carolina. We wanted somewhere that invites us to slow down and breathe in the beauty around us. A place where our community could gather, reflect, and grow together while also enjoying the simple experiences that restore us. So let me tell you about this awesome resort. Set on 1,600 acres across the Atlantic coast, Wild Dunes offers 2.5 miles of private beachfront, 7 miles of biking and walking paths for those who like to do that, more than 5 outdoor pools, including the Grand Pavilion, an oceanfront pool, an adults-only pool, the exceptional spa at Sweetgrass, championship golf and tennis, and a great collection of restaurants and coastal shops. So our 2026 Wellness Summit and Women's Leadership Academy participants can enjoy anything and everything from sunset walks on the beach, wellness activities, to gathering collectively and enjoying some low country cuisine and enjoying evenings by the ocean. It's the perfect setting for our community to come together, learn, recharge, and continue unleashing greatness in women in the funeral profession. So let's take a moment to watch this teaser video from the Wild Dunes Resort. Leslie, cue it up for us, please.
Into the night, I think we should stay. We don't need a change. I think we should stay. This feels like paradise. Paradise. I'm with you. This feels like paradise. Paradise. I could see, rocky high in the evergreen, watching you like a movie scene. It's better than I ever dreamed. I think we should stay. We don't need a change. I think we should stay. This feels like
All right, that looks pretty exciting, doesn't it? We definitely cannot wait to see you there, so make sure you save the date, September 28th through the 30th, and watch for registration, which will open in early to mid-June. So we have a little extra incentive for you to want to come to the summit. We are now giving away a $100 spa gift certificate for the spa at Seagrass. So how are you going to win that? Hopefully you were listening to the description of this fantastic resort. So the question is, as Taylor would say, get your chat fingers ready. How many miles of private beach are accessible at the Wild Dunes Resort? 1 mile, 1.5, 2.5. Oh, people I can see there. They've been listening. We have the correct answer is 2.5 miles. Taylor, can you tell us who's won?
Yeah, that was the fastest. That was the fastest thing I've ever seen. Lisa Meehan. Meehan. You want to unmute yourself and say
It's
hello?
Meehan. The H is silent.
Mean. Sorry. But Lisa, you can unmute yourself and say hello. You're the winner.
Hello. Thank you.
Woohoo.
Yahoo! $100
You're
gift
welcome.
certificate.
Yeah, I wanted to dance earlier, but I was saving my energy for this trivia question.
Excellent.
There you go.
Obviously, It worked out well for you. So fantastic. Congratulations. All right. So now I think we have a few minutes, do we not, for a few ideas, some feedback from those on the call. So as we're making our plans for our 2026 event, we'd love to offer some organized activities in the afternoon and would love your suggestions on what to offer. So feel free to put some comments in the chat, what you'd like to see. I know some people like their solitary time, but we are looking at some ideas for potentially workshops or activities in the afternoon. I see Robbie wants some yoga. We need massages. Okay, lots of great comments. So please put them in the comments as you are. And I think I'll turn it over to Lisa. Are you ready to carry it out?
I am. I
Okay.
am. I'm ready to go.
All
So
right. Well,
thank you for that. So if you have ideas that you aren't able to put in the chat today, please let us know. I like sip and paint. I have no idea, Jessica Wakefield, what that is. Is that drinking and painting at the same time? That sounds like fun. Yoga and a bar. Okay, there you
It
go.
is fun.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Well, and also if you want like meditation classes or any type of other things, we're thinking about maybe a walking group down the beach. So give us some ideas, any workshops that you'd like to be part of. We'll be sending out some information for you and to you soon, as well as getting some more input for the afternoon of the first day of the summit. So this is only the beginning. So we're super excited. But let me tell you a couple other things that are coming up because we want to close out today with, first of all, thanking all of you for being present with us. If you have any ideas on how we can make funeral women lead better, please let us know. We want to hear from you. We are grateful to everyone who has been there to support us. We love having collaboration with associations. We're working with NFDA and CANA and ICCFA and Selected, and we're working in OGR as well. We're working with other women's programs from around the country, and our goal is to help support them. What can we do more of? What would you like to see in the future? Please let us know. Okay, deal? Put some ideas in the chat while I'm concluding. We'd love to hear from you. So if there's anything that you feel is missing in support for women, we'd like to hear from you. Thank you so much. This is where we are going to be. So watch your inboxes for more information on our newsletter. Get signed up for opportunities to hear from us. And in the future, we're going to be having more online gatherings and educational events. But here's where we're going to be for starters. For all the women, come by our booths, please. Come give us some hugs. We'll give you hugs back. We're hoping to get out there a little bit more. We've also had some requests for speakers at different conventions and women's programs. So please let us know if you're interested in having to speak for something. We'd love to do online if we can, and we have the staff for it. We'll try to get out and help provide a program as well in the different meetings that are taking place during this year. So I know everybody's traveling quite a bit, and we do want to be sure that we are getting out to support all the women that are there. So this is where we'll be in 2026. And then we have this pulse survey. And I can't tell you enough. Erin shared about this. Let me tell you why we're doing this. About a year and a half ago, I did a LinkedIn survey. And was my exploration to try to figure out what is missing in the world of women in our profession, from the cremation business to cemetery business to the green burial business to death doulas. What is missing in the support areas and education? What do they need most? From that is where we went down the path to wellness and leadership development. Now, there's other groups that are doing some similar things, and we don't want to discount those because they're extremely important. And as you know, we are a big supporter of Professional Women's Conference and NFDA's PWC. How many of you are going this year? I hope everybody will show up because it's going to be amazing. Woohoo. And we have another fabulous beach location there too. So we can't get enough of that, can we? And being together is so critically important. But there are women out there that we're not hearing from. They're on the front lines each and every day, sacrificing, giving their all, working their tails off. They're coming out of mortuary school. And one of our plans is to help support them when they graduate? How can we get them into the fold and teach them, especially in our resources that we do in our educational programs, why it's important to belong in this profession? What you guys, there are so many wonderful scholarship opportunities from NFDA to the Funeral Service Foundation to ICCFA's university, but these women don't know how to get there. They don't even know about some of them. And they're on the front lines serving every day in funeral homes, cemeteries, cremation companies, green burial companies, and we have a responsibility to help them find us. And on our resource page, we're going to keep track of all the wonderful things out there in our profession that are going on for women. If you can help us share who we are, we want to be a resource where women can feel supported and connected to everything going on in the rest of our profession that is helping support them. Does that make sense to you? Because they don't know ICCFA from NFDA, from CANA, and we want them to. It's important that they get involved in our profession. It's important that they join these organizations. It's important that they find the support that they need because we're hearing from them that they don't have it in the workplace. And how sad is that? Gallup is reporting that under 40% engagement in the workplace today. It still exists. So that means these women are needing our help more than ever. So help us spread the word. Be sure to stay connected with us, share our posts. We love that. And have a wonderful rest of your day and evening. And thank you all for what you do for grieving families, for the profession, for your support, and especially for those women out there that are in true need, that don't even know us about us yet, but that we are here for them. We are seeking to help them become the future leaders, the future managers, and the future owners of tomorrow. Help us help them unleash their greatness. Until we meet again, we love you. We are grateful for you. We want you to take care of yourself. We want you to be well. Come join us at our Wellness Summit, and we'll see you around at all the professional conferences coming up in 26. Thanks for joining us today, everybody. Take care.